Who am I? What does it mean to be me? I know my identity. I stand with pride and dignity. I walk with confidence in every vicinity. I embrace my unique individuality. Here is one of the most powerful tools to be the best version of yourself. A great amplitude of comprehension in your sense of self.
Skull Session on the Pulpit.
Hello, dearest family. Welcome to Skull Session on the Pulpit. I'm your host, Jennifer, the Duchess of Zion, and I am exuberant with joy to be sharing this final episode of our self-identity series. It's been a long time coming, and you've been asking for the episode finale of this series, and here it is for you. In the previous episode, we talked about your identity as a unique individual. We looked at 10 significant facets of your identity as a unique individual. We would explain what those aspects or what those significant facets of your unique identity means, what it says about you. There were prompt questions that you answered and you wrote down in your journal. Now in this episode, we'll explain what it means, what those facets mean, or what they say about you. So stay locked in. And if you're just watching this episode for the first time, welcome. Subscribe, turn on the notification. Wherever you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify or any podcast platform, welcome to Skull Session on the Pulpit family. Number 1, values. Values are principles and standards that you hold dear and you consider full of worth and importance. They usually guide your behavior, your decision making, and your actions. Now, whatever you wrote down as your values, it is very important to note that these values are being exhibited in every circumstance. If I say I value honesty, it means that in every situation that I find myself, I should be honest. Not when the chips are down, I would compromise my values. Now, that is not, you don't hold a strong value system if that's how your values are. So your values must be exhibited at every circumstance, and they should always influence your behavior. Why is knowing your values important? It will help you understand yourself better. You would understand why you do what you do, why you choose what you choose, and this improves your self-awareness. You would become a more assertive person. You would be someone who confidently expresses your thoughts and beliefs in a definite and respectful manner. You know what you like, you know what you value, and you are assertive about it. Now, you have to be consistent when it comes to exhibiting your values, because people are watching. They're taking mental notes that if you say you're the type of person who is honest, they will be watching you if you would always be honest. Whatever values you wrote down, when they see that you've been consistent, they would respect you more. And they would respect your decision, they would respect your choice. Whatever your values are, embrace them unapologetically. As long as your values aren't causing harm to the society. Embrace your values. Be assertive about your values. Another important thing about your values is to know where they stem from. If it's maybe based on past traumas or experiences, this will give you a better understanding of who you are. That's why knowing where they come from, where they stem from is very important. For example, my value honesty, when I was younger, I was lied to by someone important to me, and that was so painful, and I decided that I won't lie as well. That was one of the experiences. I had a couple of experiences about not lying. I was a good kid, so if I was told that if I lie, I'll go to hell. But another thing that really makes me value honesty is I met a lot of people that lied when I was growing. A lot of adults were just lying, and it was something. So that was a childhood experience that affected or that influenced my value system. So find out where it stems from so you would understand yourself better. Is it a trauma? Is it just an experience? Is it that you learned it from someone and so, oh, I like the way this person is, does her things in an aesthetically pleasing manner. So I value beauty. I value aesthetics. Understanding where it stems from would help you decipher if this value is making you toxic or not. If it's a toxic thing. If you value aesthetics, are you valuing aesthetics because you want to please other people? You want others to see you as beautiful or something. You're doing it for others. So it's very important you know these things. You're cognizant of them. One of the characteristics about our value system is that we expect others to exhibit these values. For example, I meet somebody, I expect them to be honest as well. I expect them to be loyal. Sweetheart, it doesn't happen like that all the time. People are different, so don't expect everyone you meet to share the same value system with you. They are all different. Learn their values, share this video with them so they can find out their values or share their values with you, and you learn to respect their values. Another beautiful thing that you can do for yourself concerning values is have a robust value system. All right. Pick good values. Honesty, loyalty, discipline, teamwork, have a robust value system and improve those values. You have your normal values, but increase your value system to be the best version of yourself. Number 2, what you stand for. What you want to be remembered for. They are quite similar to values. For example, honesty, you stand for the truth. Usually, what you stand for should be consistent with your values. Now, I'm not saying you should be the next Martin Luther King or activist, not necessarily, but this is something that people know you for. Understanding what you stand for would help you to be a more dogged and strong-willed person. Because how strong are these things that you stand for in your life? Are you willing to risk relationships because of it? After honesty, the next value for me is loyalty. I can keep anybody's, as long as you tell me it's a secret, I would be loyal to you. I would keep that secret. And there are times that I've had arguments with my friends about keeping someone's secret. They'll be like, it's not much of a secret. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be the one to spill it. I don't want to be the one to gossip about it. I don't stand for gossip. I stand for loyalty. To measure the strength of what you stand for, are you willing to sacrifice another thing for it? Do you really prioritize what you stand for? It is very important that you are even able to prioritize it. It shows that you are a dogged and strong-willed person. So you're improving your value system, ensure you stand for them too. For example, stand for the word of God. Number 3, your key attributes and strengths. These are your inherent qualities or features. If you want to be excellent at what you do, you need to know your strengths. Because when you work in your strength zone, you would be like Beethoven when he composed music, or you'll be like Picasso when he's painting. You would be so excellent because it comes easily. It comes easily and you enjoy it. So it is important you know your strengths and key attributes. This can help you to also push further, to break records. For example, the present world record holder for cookathon is our Nigerian Hilda Basi. Now, if Hilda Basi was someone who didn't really enjoy cooking, I don't think she would have that zeal to pursue that goal of breaking the world record for cooking. Me, what world records would I want to break? I won't go for dancing or singing. Like I've mentioned in previous episodes, I would go for maybe longest talking hours. Who knows? Let's see. I may go for long hours of talking because I know that I'm good at that. So it will make, it's important you know this to push you so you can improve and go further in your career and what you do. This can also help with your career choice. Your key attributes and strengths help you with the course you're about to study, you want to study, any career you want to go into, any business you want to go into, the area you're going to work in as a member of a team or in an organization. Not everybody have that strength or attribute of leading people, like, calling the shots. So now you must not be a CEO. You can be handling the technical aspects while one person handles the human resource management. Understand that everyone on this earth has strengths, has something that God gave to them naturally. Also, some of these strengths can be learned like a skill. Some are innate, like talents. So you can learn it or you can be naturally gifted at it. So find out your strengths. Really important. And if you want to create the strongest team in the world, whether it's in business, in any project at all, you want to create the strongest team, ensure your team members are working in their strength zone. You would see excellent results. Because you're naturally good at that particular thing doesn't mean you would not improve in them. For example, Lionel Messi is a skilled football player, but he has to train. So continue to train and improve your key attributes and strengths. Number 4, your non-strengths. Like I said in the previous episode, I did not want to use the word limitation or weakness because there is no limitation for a Christian. So yes, your non-strengths. Very similar to, not similar, but the opposite of strengths. What you're not very good at, what you don't enjoy doing. Those are your non-strengths. For example, accounting is not one of my strengths. It's like a non-strength. So I would rather give someone that accounting job in any aspect. Accounting, record keeping, all those things with numbers. Don't put me there. So I'd rather work with someone. But it doesn't mean that I won't try to learn about accounting. Because imagine I hire an accountant who isn't a good person. The person can mess with you, can mess with your head. So it is very important that you know something about everything. And most importantly, know everything about something. Dancing. I have to practice dancing because I will dance on my wedding day. And please take notes. Your non-strength is not an excuse for bad behavior. Okay? So because let's say I don't enjoy accounting, I won't keep track of my financial records or how I go about my spending or my finances basically. No. So it's, for instance, this sanguine, your temperament, sanguine, choleric, and you check out that, okay, as a sanguine, you're not the most organized persons. You can't be leaving your house litter than scattered or messy and be like, I'm a sanguine and it's my non-strength not be organized. No, it's not an excuse for bad behavior. Knowing your non-strengths would help you to choose a particular role and, working with someone that will complement that aspect of you. For example, let's say I'm getting married. I should get married to a partner who enjoys the record keeping, the accounting. Maybe we go grocery shopping. You would, okay, we bought this, do the calculation while I just go and chill and probably talk about something. But for example, so this would help with codependence and working with people. You know who you want to hire, you know who to bring to your team. You check, okay, what are my non-strengths? Go bring people whose strengths are your non-strengths, and you guys work together and be the most powerful Avengers team ever. Number 5, your key roles. These are parts that you play in life. Like in a movie, your character. In business, in family, in your profession, it is important you know and understand your key roles. It will help you draw clear boundaries, and you are assertive of your boundaries, and people know and understand your boundaries because you know your key role. There are lots of examples I could give you right now when it comes to key roles, but time won't let me. For example, being a nurse, because you care for patients, it's not your role to satisfy their sexual needs. Okay, so you have your clear boundaries. Maybe if a patient is trying to be naughty, say no, don't do this. Exactly, that's what you want to do. Okay, but you have your clear boundaries. It helps you understand your position, your place, so you don't overstep or do less of what you're supposed to do, of the role you're supposed to play. And it's very important you know what God's word says about that particular role. As a wife, stop looking at societal expectations, what society says. As a father, as a mother, as a child, as a student, as a leader. Find out what God's word says about your key role. And then check what society will say and settle down your role as a unique individual in whatever aspect of your life. Number 6, your goals. In business, in academics, in your personal life, in family, it is very important to set smart goals. Specific, you are exact on what those goals are. Measurable, you can determine the extent, the length of what you want to achieve. Attainable, it is possible for you to get them. Realistic, of course, something that can be done. There is no limitation with the Christian, and all things are possible with God. But at the same time, if your goal is to jump from a story building, I hope you have a parachute with you. And time bound, have a certain time. In 2 weeks, I would read 2 chapters of a book. Have a certain time. Now, why goals are important? Why do you have to set goals? According to Bruce Lee, he said that goals, and I'm paraphrasing now, goals aren't just for achieving, but is to have something to aim at. You're not just a rolling stone. You wake up one morning and you don't know what to do next. You have something to do. It's like you're living a purpose. You have a purpose in life, and you have a plan. You're not just being swayed here and there with anything that comes. Okay, if I wake up, anything I see, I take. No, you have what you are aiming at. For example, you're in school. What are your goals? Are your goals to have good grades, or are your goals to just try and finish? If your goals are to have good grades, you will study. You will do things that will make you have good grades. And you would be with friends that are in line with your goals, because there's so many people in school that are there because their parents forced them. So their goal may not be good grades. So it can help you to work with friends, partners. Do they share the same goals with you? Even in business, your business partner, your team your team members, what are their goals concerning this business? Do they share the same goals with you? If they don't, they won't put in their best in that organization. Ensure you do something every day to take you closer to your goal. Let's say you have a fitness goal. You want to be fit. Like come rain, come shine, you do at least one push-up. Do something every day to improve, to achieve your goal. Whatever goal it is, do something every day to achieve your goal. And you can read Atomic Habits by James Clear. He said so many things about making good habits, and that was one of the things he said. You have to be consistent, so that it would become a habit.
This podcast was super amazing. Like, it was really, really nice. It was so nice. The stress triggers, I'm really waiting for that actually. But it was so nice. Every single thing, the way you explained the different the values, the goals, and all those stuffs, it was simplified. Everybody can listen to and literally understand. It was so amazing.
Do you want to improve your emotional health and become more emotionally intelligent? Well, your antidote is in number 7, your stress triggers and button pushers. This is key. If you did not write anything down there, please go to your journal and ensure you write down something. These are things that stress you out, things that annoy you, things that make you feel probably fatigued. Stress triggers, button pushers. Knowing them, these are my buttons. I'm going to tell you that these are my buttons. I'm not going to let you push these buttons. You are in control of your emotions. It's not for... Let me give you a brief experience. Back then in school, I had these roommates. They were bunkers. I would say their names are Furo and Belema. Okay. So Furo and Belema, they are always quarreling. Before I came to the room, people told me that they've been quarreling in this room or Furo and Belema. So I saw they were always quarreling, almost fighting. They didn't fight, but they were almost fighting. So one day, something striking happened. Belema was in a good mood now. These are not their names. Yeah. Belema was in a good mood and she was just coming in the room, just doing her thing, we're just vibing. And for some reason, Furo just wanted to get under her skin. And she told me, Jennifer, this one Belema is smiling. Let me annoy her. Because she knows the buttons to push and it will just get to her. And so Belema walked in and Furo said something. He insulted her or called her something. And, that annoyed her and they started quarreling. You can imagine how people could be. So now if you know your button, some people know your button pushers and you don't know. So if you know your button pushers and you see that those triggers are coming, those stressors are coming, you'll be like, this person is pushing my button. My button is being pushed. My stress is being triggered. There is a stimulus that might cause a certain reaction in me. Now I will choose how I would behave. Do you understand? See, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So I called Belema aside. It was a funny experience. I called Belema aside. I said, listen, do not let anybody have your remote control. Yes, that thing annoys you and you've made it clear to the person. You know how to follow the person because that was her aim. And you let her win by doing that. So you can be assertive and say, oh, these are my buttons. Do not push them. If you see that the person is purposely pushing them and you've been reminding them, just understand this person is being toxic to you and you can quietly leave that relationship. So you know your button, these are your button pushers and sorry, I do not like this thing. So I'm going to tell you to please stop. Also, what makes you stressed? What makes you anxious? It must not be angry per se. It can be, makes you tired. For example, I don't like being thirsty. I hate being parched. So I try my best to always carry water with me because when I'm thirsty, I can get really cranky. So I know that I carry my water with me. I carry an extra one with me, or I carry cash to get. I must have water with me. In fact, I'm going to drink water right now. Usually, your stress triggers and button pushers can stem from the opposite of your values. For instance, honesty. I value honesty, so I dislike dishonesty. I dislike betrayal, disloyalty. So if you find it difficult, you can get that. Another thing too, personally, apart from the opposite of your values, think, why do I hate this thing? Why don't I like this thing? So you can determine if it's an emotional trauma, something you have to heal from, something you have to consult safe space with Jenny and get your therapy and counseling. You find that out and understand this. You cannot control people's behavior. You can't. It is outside your control, but you can control how you respond to it. People are different and have different values. So you understand that and know peace. Also, with your stress triggers and button pushers, I told you to find out the ones you can control and the ones you can't control. For example, if you don't like getting wet under the rain, you can't necessarily control the weather. Necessarily, you can, you pray and hold the rain. That's very possible. So try to be proactive. Have an umbrella with you every time, because you can't control the weather. So you can find a way around it. So figure out the ones you can control and the ones you can't control. Be a better version of yourself, because you don't like disorganized environment. You're shouting everywhere. Calm down. Work with people that are more organized. Avoid those that are disorganized. Don't live with them. You just know them from afar. There's so many just ways around it. Just it's stress triggers and button pushers. I can't stress on it enough. It is very important you know these things. See how you walk around it. Be more self-aware when you're exhibiting emotions based on stress triggers and button pushers. And usually it is the meaning you give to something that really affects how you would respond to it. So always have an open mind, a clear perspective, and try to be flexible to see things from other views. Still stand with your values, and that's for number 7. Also, how do you cope with them? Ensure you cope efficiently with the button pushers and stress triggers. Number 8, your convictions. What you believe in strongly. Judgments and opinions you hold firm can also come from your values too. Can also stem from them. You, like I said, find out where it comes from, why you believe in that thing strongly. For example, as a Christian, your conviction should be God's word. Your God's word is truth. So that should be your conviction. You have other convictions. All right. Beliefs, opinions, judgments like hard work pays. So if you believe that hard work pays, you would always want to work hard. So these convictions affect your behavior and your actions. Now, I told you I was going to give you an example from a movie in the previous episode, that movie One Piece. Now, the main character, Monkey D. Luffy, wanted to be a pirate, a renowned pirate that would find this particular thing called One Piece.
Well, I'm Monkey D. Luffy, and I will be the king of the pirates. And I think you should join my crew.
This One Piece is known to be a myth, something that may not exist. A lot of pirates tried finding it, but couldn't, and probably died in the process. So this teenage boy, who is not a pirate yet, is going everywhere saying he's going to find One Piece. He had this strong conviction that the One Piece is out there, and he would get the One Piece, and he would be the most wanted pirates in the land. So he went around getting people to join his team. And you meet someone who is good. He knows what he wants. So you meet someone that is maybe good in a particular thing and be like, hey, join my team. I'm going to be a pirate and I'm going to find the One Piece. He had this audacious move. He had this confidence when he was talking to them, little guy, and they're looking at him like, you know, there was one of his team members, his name was Zoro, the best swordsman, Zoro. When Monkey D. Luffy was trying to convince him to join the team, Zoro was like, I don't know if this One Piece exists, but it's your conviction for me. It's the way you're convinced. So I'm going to follow you because of your conviction. So you see the importance of conviction. Your conviction can bring people in. You know, there's a way you're so passionate about that thing you believe in that other people would be like, okay, you know what? I will believe that thing with you. Another example that may not be a very palatable example for you, that won't be so sweet to hear, is Adolf Hitler. He had a conviction of his purpose. He had a conviction of his cause that made a lot of people join him, and they were passionate about, you know, all the preposterous, all the things that they did back then. So your conviction will make you to be more passionate, more charismatic in your judgments, opinions, and beliefs. Can also affect your behavior. Like I said, if you believe hard work pays, you would work hard. If you're like, us Christians, of course you should believe in grace. We believe in grace. I believe hard work pays. I also believe in grace. I believe that I can put in just minimum effort and get maximum results because the grace of God is sufficient for me. So that is one of my convictions, and I work with it like, okay, yes. Another conviction of mine is that honesty is the best policy. There's several times being honest looks like it's putting me in a bad situation or so. I always had this conviction that honesty is the best policy, and it would be rewarded in a different way, one way or another. I would one day be rewarded with that particular thing. And there are several times I've been rewarded for being honest. You know, personally, people see me now. People that know me see me as someone of integrity, and a lot of people tend to trust me with their information the same way you can trust me with your information on Safe Space with Jenny. James Freeman Clark said, strong convictions precedes great actions. So people that have done great things, they had strong convictions. And that Monkey D. Luffy guy in the series One Piece, he ended up being the most wanted pirate. Winston Churchill said, one man with a conviction can overwhelm 100 with just opinions. Like I said, these are judgments and opinions you hold firm. Come rain, come shine. This is what you believe in. Number 9, your preference. It's vast. It's vast. What you choose over the other, what you prioritize over the other. In different aspects, just think about different situations in your life and the preference. It can be in food, in ice cream, in anything, ice cream flavor, right? I did a personal research on ice cream flavors and discovered that people's favorite ice cream flavor said something about them. For example, vanilla people, they love the simple, demure, basic things of life. Then strawberry flavor lovers are usually more feminine. You can be a guy and like strawberry flavor. You're just a nurturing person, sweet, calm kind of person. Chocolate flavor lovers tend to have strong personality, can be quite masculine, you can be a woman and like chocolate flavored ice cream. And so many other preferences. In movies, the movies you like to watch can say something about you. Are you a K-drama kind of person, or action movie, or sci-fi, horror, comedy, whatever? And also, like me, I prefer to watch movies with my friend, with someone close to me that is like me, that doesn't like spoilers. I can actually wait on a series because I want to watch it with my friend or with whoever I'm watching it with. I would wait and watch it with the person. That's my preference. Some people like to watch it alone, the peace and quiet. I love the peace and quiet, and especially when the person doesn't spoil movies. I want to see it. I want to experience the thrill of the suspense. So watching it with a friend and gisting about it and cracking jokes and, tapping each other, it's fun for me. That's what I prefer. So that it shows for me, and if you're like me, it shows that I am a people person, kind of. I don't like to be out there every time, but I do enjoy good quality time. Good quality time. And at the end of the day, we can talk about the movie, what we learned. I love it. I love the conversation after the movie, during the movie. It's fun. Watching it alone, it's good too, but I prefer that one. So, different aspects. Why do you prefer those things? Think about it. And if you know why you prefer it, it can give you a better understanding on how it affects your behavior or what it says about you, your preferences. And number 10, I'm very excited. We are concluding with the final significant facets. If you've noticed, one of my lights went off during this recording process, but we continued. We stayed straight again. Thank you. If you've been watching till this moment, thumbs up to you too, and share with your friends. It shows you are enjoying this episode and you're learning something, which is very, very important. So last, not the least, number 10, your individual style. This is how you like to express yourself. It can be in fashion. It can be in the way you talk. It can be in persona, everything, how you basically like to express yourself out there in public. Knowing your individual style would help you with things like shopping, knowing what you'd like, what speaks to you, and you will know what to get, what to buy when you're out there. For example, I like timeless outfits, so I don't follow trends. So when my friend is like, hey, check out this thrift thing is trending, I'm like, it's not going to move me. So I won't be pressured by friends to get that thing, because would it last? Is it durable? Is it timeless? Can I still wear it in the next 1 year, 2 year? Can I mix the outfits? Not like a passing fad and it's trended and it's no longer trending. I don't do trends. I prefer timeless. You do trends. That's good for you. So you would be participating in thrifts, shopping, and, those interesting things that you love to do. Go ahead and do it. So individual style is very important, and it also says something about you, the kind of person you are. Are you the sophisticated kind, classic kind, chill kind, the aggressive kind, whatever? This also is shown in the manner you speak, you communicate. You communicate in a demure manner, in an aggressive, ratchet manner. I would advise as a child of God, be a more calm person. Let your communication be seasoned with salt. Don't go out there saying vulgar things. You should be a classy person, okay? You should be the best version of yourself. Should be someone who is classy. I'm not saying you should be all stiff with old money. You can wear casual outfits. You can be someone that likes chill guy kind of outfit. Just be a chill guy. That's okay. The activities you choose, you know the activities to participate in, the places to go to, right? I am not the noisy type. I'm a talkative, but not a noisy person. So I do not enjoy places with loud music. I would prefer something very calm, very chill. So I won't go and be pressured to go to a place with loud music. I can just go somewhere fun, horse riding, skydiving, whatever. So good, so you know the things that you like, the things that speak to you. You will not just try new things, be adventurous, because in trying things, you will know more about yourself. You understand yourself. I've been in areas with loud music, and I know for a fact that I do not like loud music. So be adventurous. So experiment with different things, good things. I not say because you should experiment, you should try things that would affect your health. No. So experiment with different styles, different things, and see the one that resonates with you, that speaks well to you, and stick to it. And if you're that particular person, like I said, you'll be more assertive and people will know you for that, and they would respect you for it. So I can go to certain places and I don't even need to talk. My friend will be like, Jennifer doesn't like that. I'm like, yeah, I do not like it. And my friend said so. So they'll be like, Jennifer doesn't like that because I'm that kind of person. Or Jennifer, no, this is what Jennifer will like. Oh, stuff like that. So all these 10 significant facets are very important for you to know. I have explained the best way, the fastest way I could. Trust me. So, yes, that's it. We've come to the end of the episode. Yay! If you've gotten to this point, big congratulations to you again. Another important reason why these 10 significant facets are good to know is like to help you to know what you want in anything in life. You know what you want. And one very good way you can use this video or this particular episode, video, audio, share it to your people, is in your talking stage. Yes, single people, your talking stage with that potential partner or significant other. Also in your relationship with people, friends, all that. You can play this episodes to them, or you can listen to it again with them, and then you could discuss your values, your preferences, all that. This would help you to understand the person better, understand their personality, not necessarily questions like your most embarrassing situation, this thing. Trust me, if you ask me my most embarrassing situation or experience, if you ask me right now, can I recall it like right now? I might just call one thing, then later in life I'll remember another thing. So anyways, this 10 significant facets would give you a good, clear understanding of their personality, who they are, the meaning, the true definition of their identity, and you will know if you're compatible with that person or not. It is very important that you partner in relationship, in business, in anything. You partner with someone that balances you, that balance you out. And if it's in relationship, someone you can tolerate. Okay, so share this with your significant other, your business partners, and your friends and families. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. If you are a subscriber, stay subscribed. There are more tools for you. This is the end of our first two, self-identity, and take this handshake, take this handshake, because you are now better than you were before. Welcome to being the best version of yourself. Turn on the notification button so you would know when new episodes, new tools to navigate your world would come in. I pray for a great amplitude of comprehension for you on today's episode. I remain your favorite Duchess of Zion. Bye for now. God bless you, and I love you.